All right, let's check out this video.
It's so funny because my dad from day one was like, there's something suspicious about this guy. Like, why is he in his mid to late 30s, still single, but calls himself a dating expert, calls himself a dating coach? Like, that's so weird. My dad kept saying that from day one. I was like, no, dad, he just hasn't met the right girl yet. My dad was right. My dad was right. It's so funny because my dad from
Sometimes men are stupid around women. They really are, even with their own daughters. How can a woman still be single, yet men can't? Why is there no logic? Why is there no logic that a man can be single whenever if women can? And a dating coach is different than, let's say, a relationship coach. Now, I don't care for these coaches. I think they're all stupid. So I would say, if he was single at a certain age, whatever. Him being a coach, that's a fucking red flag. In my personal opinion, coaches are stupid. They're just grifters. They're just grifters. They're just preying on stupid people. In my personal opinion, coaches, they're just trying to get money from, you know people who aren't the best version of themselves. But we get the gist of this video.
I had a terrible experience dating a man with hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok that calls himself a dating coach. Yes, this is the man I've been referencing in several of my videos. This was my worst dating experience, but my biggest lesson. And this is the first time I experienced love bombing. It was a very intense form of emotional love bombing for me. He moved things super quickly from day one. He was able to get me to trust him very quickly, which is my fault. Like, I was naive. I should not have trusted him. He was able to get me to a very emotionally vulnerable, intimate place with him very quickly, just for him to literally flip like a switch. Like, he played me. Because I never experienced love bombing or anything like this type of behavior, I did not pick up on any of the red flags until much later. I've never been so hurt by someone in such a short period of time of knowing them. Like, the entire relationship was like 5 weeks. Part of the reason I trusted him is because of his platform. I just assumed he was mature. He's also 9 years older than me. I assumed he was emotionally intelligent. I assumed at the bare minimum he wouldn't play games with me, because his whole platform is about dating with intention, clear communication, like not playing games with people. He proved me wrong though. Anyway, Nico the Daddy Academy has a new talk show coming out on YouTube, and I am a guest on the second episode, I believe it is. I told Nico this story in a lot more detail, so I'll post a link to it when it comes out. But yeah, this man should not have a dating platform with a female audience and so much access to women that trust him through his platform. Like, that's how he got me. Low-key kind of scared of this guy, because what are you doing? Women should know about him. I had a terrible
Does that not sound like you were clout chasing? You trust him because he had a big following? What the fuck is that? Why? You trust strangers because they're popular? Just so you're kind of stupid. This is it's not even a relationship. 5 weeks? It's nothing. This is honestly, like, this is a thing. Well, I'll probably say it again, is that women don't have good self-reflection. He went after you. He showed you his personality. He showed you he showed you who he was. Guess what? You showed him who you were. This is the thing what women don't understand. How about he didn't want to date you anymore? It's like, I don't understand that women don't perceive that. What energy do you put out? Women never see that. Women only see what energy men put out, but they don't see what they're giving. That's the thing. Now, I'm just saying from surface level what I've heard. She said a man dates with intention. Okay. If he dates with intention, like, let's say, i.e., he dates with intention for marriage. He's dating you. He's treating you well. He stops doing it. Guess what? If he dates with intention, because this is the thing. If he dates with intention and he stops, that means he doesn't see a future with you. He's not wasting your time. It's 5 weeks. It's not 5 months. So he doesn't see a future with you. So honestly, if from what I'm just hearing, it sounds like he's actually a good man. Sounds like he was a good man because he didn't waste your time. 5 weeks wasn't 5 months. Okay? He's dating with intention. So he saw you as not as valuable as you fucking saw yourself. This is the problem. Women think that, and women say the exact same thing. I'm a vibe. I'm fun. I'm loving. I'm all this. Well, you're not the only woman that says that. You're not the only woman that says, I'm a vibe. I'm fun. I cook. I clean. I'm fun to be with. I'm all this. Great. Just like every other fucking woman. So guess what? He sees no value in you. So from what I'm hearing, as a good man to date with intention, he stops. He's not he's not pulling you along. And this is the thing, women sees that, oh, he stopped. He must be a terrible man. Really? Really? Because he sounds like a good man who didn't fucking waste your time.
Terrible experience dating a man with hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok that calls himself.
That's exactly. Mr. Smith said, I rarely believe women's victim stories. Seriously? I think a man that's more toxic or predator, he dragged you along. He had sex with you. He dragged you along. He like months of a relationship, promising you shit, and then cheated on you. That's more toxic. A man that ended a 5-week, whatever. That's not even a relationship. 5-week dating period. Doesn't sound terrible.
A dating coach. Yes, this is the man I've been referencing in several of my videos. This was my worst dating experience, but my biggest lesson. And this is the first time I experienced love bombing. It was a very intense form of emotional love bombing for me. He moved things super quickly from day one. He was able to get me to trust him very quickly.
Move things super quickly. Love bomb. It's like women, they're vague. Love bombing, just treating you well. Move things quickly. He's dating with intention. So this is the thing where, that's why after 5 weeks, because he moved it quick, he can see that. He can see the red flags. He can see, is this woman worth it? Is this woman worth it? Because here's the thing. Me personally, I move quick. I date with intention. I've always dated with intention. I move quick. So in a couple dates, I would already know if I'm going to have you. I'm going to already ask you as my girlfriend. But on the flip side is that if I move quickly, that means I will see the red flags that I don't want to continue with.
Which is my fault. Like, I was naive. I should not have trusted him. He was able to get me to a very emotionally vulnerable, intimate place with him very quickly, just for him to literally flip like a switch. Like, he played me. Because I never...
Maybe she said have sex with him. Okay, great. This is something that women also don't understand. One of the things that men judge is, it's like, I'm not necessarily saying that it's him, but yes, a lot of women think that, what are you going to do after sex? If you take sex off of the table, for most women, that's it. They have nothing else to give. If you take sex off of the table, women are one-dimensional. One-dimensional. They're no different than any other woman. If you take sex off of the table, they're not special anymore. Then that's the thing what women don't understand. Okay, maybe this man, and I'm not excusing the man having sex with her and then leaving her, but maybe the man has sex with her. That magic, that fog is gone. Now what? What's so special about you? Why would I choose you? Maybe she didn't prove anything better. Maybe she's just a young woman that, you know what? Sex and vibe, and that's it. Maybe she can't, no domestic skills, no skills that, you know what, that it's not that great.
Experienced love bombing or anything like this type of behavior. I did not pick up on any of the red flags until much later. I've never been so hurt by someone in such a short period of time of knowing them. Like the entire relationship was like 5 weeks. Part of the reason I trusted him is because of his platform. I just assumed he was mature. He's also 9 years older than me. I assumed he was emotionally intelligent. I think
that's stupid. So mature, he didn't waste your time. Emotionally intelligent, he wasn't dragging you along. It's like I don't know. It's like it's what do women mean by emotionally mature, and it's like all this shit? Because here's a man that didn't drag you along, didn't pursue, didn't continue a relationship that he didn't see a future in. So he's not continuing. This is the thing. He's not continuing to use your body, because this is the thing. A terrible man, a toxic man, in my personal opinion, would continue this. He would continue if he doesn't see a future with her. He would still continue to use her. I mean, wouldn't that make sense, right? If he was actually a toxic man, a man that's not emotionally intelligent, a man that's not mature, he would continue to use her. Continue this actual manipulation, right? Continue this love bombing, make her really fall in love with him, used her for her body for months down the road, and then leave her, and then lie to her, and then cheat on her. This is the thing where, honestly, I think women lack emotional intelligence. I think women lack maturity. Here's a woman that sounds like she really fallen for him, but he doesn't see a future with her, so she is upset with him.
assumed at the bare minimum he wouldn't play games with me because his whole platform is about dating with intention, clear communication.
It's 5 weeks. 5 weeks. How he wasn't playing games with you. 5 weeks. What, she makes it sound like it's been 5 months, 5 years. 5 weeks. That is like, unless, I mean, here's the thing. Unless you're spending every single day with each other, let's be honest. 5 weeks, at most maybe 2-3 times a week, seeing each other. I swear to God, did she just already saw wedding bells?
Like not playing games with people. He proved me wrong though. Anyway, Nico the Daddy Academy has a new talk show coming out on YouTube, and I am a guest on the 2nd episode, I believe it is. I told Nico this story in a lot more detail, so.
Sounds like clout chasing. Sounds like clout chasing. Sounds like she's doing it for the plot, right? She's saying this shit just to have a victim story.
Post a link to it when it comes out. But yeah, this man should not have a dating platform with a female audience and so much access to women that trust him through his platform. Like, that's how he got me. Low-key kind of scared of this guy because
kind of stupid. Makes you seem stupid. Got you because he was popular. And then you're bad-mouthing him. I mean, I'm only going by what she says. He doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's not that terrible. 5 weeks. It's like it makes it sound like he stabbed her. And it's like, what?
What are you doing? Women should know about him. I had a terrible.
I just think that it's idiotic. I really do. I mean, this is a thing where, honestly, it's the danger where women will look for any kind of opportunity to make men the villain, and they the victim. Because you listen to it. Listen to it clearly. Here's a man that didn't drag this woman along. He loved her. This is the thing where he appreciated a woman. He showed a woman love, appreciation, maybe a gentleman, maybe chivalry. He treated her well. He treated her to the best of his ability. But guess what? He dates with intention, i.e., he did his part. What she gave to him, he did not like. He did not see a future in it. So, a man that is mature, dates with purpose, emotionally intelligent, he did not drag this relationship or the 5-week relationship on. He didn't drag this on. So I don't know. You look at it logically, it doesn't sound that bad. And it sounds like you're making yourself out to be a victim. So, I think it's stupid, but what do you guys think? Oh, I also want to say this is the thing with a lot of women, like I was just saying before. The problem is that a lot of men. Now, I'm not saying that it's a good thing or really, but a lot of men want to take. They have sex with a woman. Certain types of men, in my opinion, will have sex with a woman to take away the mystique of sex. So the sex is not hanging over his head. He's like, oh yeah, sex is great, right? We had sex. That's awesome. What now? What now? Because a lot of men, when they go after women, it's sex. It's sex. Okay? Some men, now I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. Some men will take away sex, i.e., have sex, so you can take away the mystique of it, take away the hanging fruit. So now, without it, now that that's done, now that that hurdle has gone past, now what? What do you bring to the table? What's so special of being with you, right, with this woman, compared to another woman? Okay? Especially, listen to this, especially certain type of men, like the high value men, men that men that has options, men that have options. They want to take away this mystique, this hanging fruit, and see what else do you bring that, you know what, makes you more special, makes you why I want to be with just you. A lot of women can't go past the sex because once sex is done, they have nothing else to give. And that is evident a lot of times. So, what do you think?